Right, Nottingham Forest Premier League survival may be assured, but they face a battle to keep hold of Elliot Anderson. Head coach Vitor Pereira has spoken about his midfielder today.
He's a pure talent. He has a lot of talent, and he has a strong character. He doesn't have afraid of nothing. He's a player that, when we are struggling, he wants the ball. He wants to make the last pass. He wants to create. He wants to score. He wants to do everything. And this is the profile that he can fly. He can fly. Of course, he can fly. I hope he can fly with us next season. We'll see.
Can't confirm that then. Now an exclusive.
I cannot. We cannot. In football, I can leave. Everyone can leave. Just the club will stay. We know that the club will stay in the Premier League. Will compete in Premier League next season. The other players and the manager and everyone, we don't know if we'll be here or not.
He's a great character, isn't he, Vitor Pereira? Just talking of Anderson, there's a bit of a spoiler alert, but he wasn't included in the Young Player of the Year or the Player of the Year nominations. Do you think that's unlucky, given the season he's had?
100%, yeah. I mean, outstanding player. For me, he's been, phenomenal. And how he's sort of slipped under the radar and not been amongst that is just absolutely ludicrous. It really is. Every time I've seen him this season, he's been outstanding. Hence, all the top clubs seem to want to get his signature. He's the closest I've seen to Steven Gerrard. That's how much I feel he is. He's got that intensity, his play, his bite about his game. Very, very good player, and Forest have got a super talent on their hands.
That's high praise, that is. He has been linked, not with Liverpool, he's been linked with Manchester City, Manchester United. Where would he fit better, do you feel?
It'd be down to his choice, but I think personally, I think he'd be.
From the battle to make it into the Premier League, as Spygate took a bit of a fresh twist today. As we said, Carve's here. What are the new developments then we've got?
Well, this afternoon at 4 p.m. we had an update from the EFL, and basically the clock is ticking because the playoff final is due to be held at Wembley on Saturday, May the 23rd, between Southampton and Hull City. But of course, Southampton have this EFL, an independent disciplinary commission hearing hanging over them. And basically, the EFL told us today that this hearing was going to be held on Tuesday or before Tuesday. The exact date hasn't been confirmed yet. They're just trying to firm up the date. But of course, there could also be an appeal. For instance, if the allegation is proven, Southampton could appeal against the punishment. If it's not proven, Middlesbrough could appeal against Southampton being cleared. So this process could drag out, and that means that potentially the playoff final, which is due to be played on Saturday the 23rd, could be postponed. And in their statement, the EFL make it clear to any fans who are going to be buying tickets for the playoff final to pay particular attention to the terms and conditions, and also to be careful when it comes to booking travel and accommodation. The EFL do say they have contingency plans in place if the playoff final is delayed, but I think it's going to be difficult because if you look at all the events that are taking place at Wembley,
where'd you put it in?
I mean, Wembley doesn't have very many free dates. There are other finals. There's a Rugby League Challenge Cup final. Harry Styles is playing there as well. I suppose you could have it somewhere else if you need to, but it is very uncertain what is going to happen next. And obviously Hull fans and Southampton fans and also Middlesbrough fans are going to keep having to check their phones and keep watching Sky Sports News to find out exactly what is going to happen. And it must be a very difficult time for the players as well, because they don't know whether their season has ended, they don't know whether they've got one more game to go. So I have sympathy for the EFL because it's an extraordinary set of circumstances, and they're trying to do their best in a difficult situation. And obviously they're not in control of the situation because this is an independent commission which will decide whether or not Southampton have broken Rule 127, which says that you cannot watch your opponent's training 72 hours before a game.
Well, talking of that independent commission, do we have kind of like any previous instance that we can look back on and think, actually, this is possibly how they're going to...
Well, if you go back 7 years, Leeds United were found guilty of spying on Derby and they were fined £200,000. But since then, the rules have been tightened. So I think if Southampton are found guilty, it won't be a fine. I think it'll be a sporting sanction. What kind of sporting sanction? About 3 years ago, I think, we had a case at the Olympics where the Canada women's team was found guilty of spying on New Zealand training, and they were basically deducted 6 points. So I think perhaps that is the kind of precedent that we are looking at. So perhaps Southampton will be given a 6-point deduction, and that would take effect next season, whether they're in the Premier League or in the EFL.
I mean, when this all came about, it was a little bit japes, wasn't it? And there's, we saw the fans there sort of, with the headgear and binoculars and all that sort of thing. Have you ever known anything like this? It's actually quite serious, really, in terms of what could happen.
Well, it really is. I mean, just, going off what the potential of what the outcome could be. I mean, it really is serious for the football club. And I think going back to the sort of Bielsa situation, I think that really brought it to light, didn't it? So, I mean, for me, I think for the situation the way it is at the moment, I think it's such a difficult call for the EFL to say, right, you're not going to be in the playoffs. But as we say, the rules that are stipulated, they should be stuck by. But I've never known anything like this ever. I mean, as you said, the people that